Let's talk about something we think we know, but maybe we don't. Male sexuality. For ages, we've been told stories, fed myths, and shown stereotypes that men are simple creatures, driven by one thing and one thing only, that they're always in the mood, always ready to go. But what if I told you that's just the tip of the iceberg? What if the reality of men's desires is far more complex, nuanced, and frankly, more interesting than the myths we've been sold? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and explore what really drives men's desires, from the science behind it to the surprising truths that challenge everything we thought we knew. So, why do men lust? Let's start with the biology, because it's a big piece of the puzzle. The hormone that gets all the attention is testosterone. And yes, it plays a major role in fueling the sex drive in both men and women, but it's particularly high in men. Think of testosterone as the gas in the engine. It's a biological baseline that contributes to the physical feelings of lust and arousal. This is why, on a purely biological level, younger men often experience a more frequent and intense sex drive. It's evolution at work. Our brains are hardwired to ensure the survival of the species, and a strong libido is a key part of that ancient programming. The brain's pleasure and reward center, the limbic system, lights up in response to sexual stimuli, releasing dopamine, which makes us feel good and want to seek out that experience again. So, a part of male lust is definitely rooted in this powerful combination of hormones and brain chemistry. But here's where it gets complicated, and where the myths start to crumble. If it were all just biology, every man would be the same. But they're not. Far from it. This is because a man's desire isn't just a physical switch. It's deeply intertwined with his emotions, his mental state, and his environment. A huge driver for many men, and one that is criminally overlooked, is emotional connection. The idea that men can easily separate sex from emotion is one of the most persistent myths out there. For a vast number of men, feeling emotionally close, secure, and appreciated by their partner is what truly ignites their desire. It's not just about the physical act. It's about the intimacy, the vulnerability, and the shared connection. Sex becomes a way to express and deepen that bond. When that emotional connection is missing, when there's unresolved conflict, or when a man feels emotionally distant, his libido can take a nosedive, no matter how high his testosterone levels are. This brings us to another huge factor: stress. We live in a world that puts immense pressure on men to perform at work, as providers in society. Chronic stress from a demanding job, financial worries, or family problems is a notorious libido killer. When your body is in a constant state of fight or flight, it's pumping out stress hormones like cortisol. High cortisol levels can actually suppress testosterone production and hijack the brain's focus. Survival mode takes over, and things like sex and intimacy get pushed way down the priority list. It's not that he doesn't find his partner attractive anymore. It's that his mental and physical resources are completely drained. His brain is telling him, we have bigger problems to solve right now. So, when a man's desire seems to vanish, it's often a sign that he's overwhelmed by something else in his life. Now, let's tackle the cultural myths. Head on. Society bombards us with images of what a real man is supposed to be like sex. He's always confident, always dominant, and always wants sex. This is what we call the male sexual script, and it's incredibly damaging. It creates unrealistic expectations for both men and their partners. Men can feel immense pressure to live up to this stereotype, to always be the initiator, to perform perfectly every time. This performance anxiety can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. The fear of not measuring up can cause so much stress that it actually hinders arousal and desire. It can make sex feel like a test he has to pass, rather than a shared, enjoyable experience. This pressure can leave him feeling inadequate or broken if his desire doesn't match the myth, even when it's completely normal for it to fluctuate. And that brings us to the hidden truth. Sometimes, men crave less sex, and it's perfectly normal. Beyond stress and relationship issues, a man's desire can wane for many reasons. It could be due to physical health issues, side effects from medication, or simply the natural ebbs and flows of life. Just like women, men's sexual appetites are not constant. They can be influenced by diet, sleep, self-esteem, and body image. A man who is feeling down about himself or his body is less likely to feel sexy and desirable. The myth that men are always on ignores their humanity. It ignores the fact that they too have insecurities, emotional needs, and days where they'd rather just cuddle on the couch and watch a movie. Forcing the always ready stereotype on men denies them the permission to be fully human. So, when desire seems to be an issue, what's the solution? It's not about finding a magic pill or a quick fix. It boils down to one simple, yet powerful thing: communication. Open, honest, and non-judgmental communication. Instead of making assumptions based on myths, partners need to create a safe space to talk about their desires, their fears, and their needs. A woman might ask, "Is there something on your mind? You seem distant," rather than, "Don't you find me attractive anymore?" And a man needs to feel safe enough to say, "I've been incredibly stressed at work, and it's just zapped all my energy," without fear of being judged as less of a man. Understanding that his lack of desire is often not a reflection of his feelings for his partner is crucial. It's a symptom of something else going on in his inner or outer world. And this communication goes both ways. Men also need to understand their own desires better. Self-reflection is key. What truly turns them on? Is it purely physical, or is it tied to feeling appreciated, respected, or emotionally connected? Many men have never been encouraged to explore the emotional dimension of their own sexuality. Education is powerful. By debunking these cultural myths and fostering healthier attitudes, we can create more authentic and fulfilling sexual relationships. It's about recognizing that sexual desire is a spectrum. There is no one-size-fits-all. Some men have a naturally high libido, others have a lower one, and most fall somewhere in between, with desire that changes over time. All of it is normal. Let's touch on when lust can take a darker turn. While a healthy libido is normal, sometimes desire can become an obsession. This happens when the pursuit of sexual gratification becomes compulsive, overriding other aspects of a person's life and causing harm to themselves or others. This is often not about sex itself, but a symptom of deeper underlying issues, like a need to control, low self-esteem, or an inability to form healthy emotional attachments. It's the point where desire becomes disconnected from intimacy and respect. It's crucial to distinguish this from a healthy sex drive. Compulsive behavior is a pattern that causes distress and negative consequences. If you or someone you know is struggling with this, please understand that it's a mental health issue, not a moral failing. Seeking help from a therapist or a support group is a sign of strength and the first step toward healing and building healthier patterns. In the end, understanding men's sexuality means looking past a simple, one-dimensional caricature and seeing the whole person. It's a complex interplay of biology, psychology, emotions, and life experiences. Men's desires are not just a switch that's always on. They are fueled by emotional connection and can be extinguished by stress and anxiety. They are shaped by the unrealistic expectations of society, but can be liberated by honest communication and self-awareness. By throwing out the old, broken myths, we can make space for a more honest, compassionate, and ultimately more satisfying understanding of male desire. The real story is so much richer than the fiction we've been told. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me on this deep dive. I hope this gave you some new perspectives. If you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content that challenges the way we think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.